Since I've started using Cursor, my game has taken off in terms of progress, and I want to use this video to share a bit more about what that looks like. So starting off on Monday and getting back into game development after the holidays, I focused on a few things. I focused on building the actual district panels to start with. Now these are the district locations, because what I was able to get Cursor to do, I was able to get Cursor to make each of the actual location functions. So functions for the arena, for the alley, the archives, the library, the training grounds, and such. And each script had their own functions for it, where basically I went and explained to basically ChatGPT about what I wanted, and then I basically got that to give me a prompt which I could then give Cursor to go and act all of that, and it basically made me all the functions. And so then from there, I pretty much went and started making the actual panels for each of those areas. So the background of that area, and also the visual panels in terms of the buttons that the player wants to click, and so on and so forth. Now what I noticed is that as I was building that, I realized that there were a few things that weren't exactly as I described. And so once I'd gone through and made all the panels, that's when I basically got Cursor to take a look at multiple functions at once and basically adjust as I went. I'm still in that process of actually refining that. I still need to keep going at that, but Cursor makes it so much easier because it already has all that context there, which is really good. As for the story of the game, we are almost finished with all the images. I just now have 3 stories left: Council of Land, Law, and Crown, in terms of the images to make. The rest of it is currently made, and I'm really happy with that. But again, these images have taken me such a long time to make. I'm probably not going to be making another story-rich game, at least not for a very long time, because it's taken so long to make all the story, especially all the images. But once I've got that done, that'll be really good. One of the next things I'm going to be taking a swing at is trying to make all the combat character animations, where I basically want a static stance of the character with a weapon, and then ideally, if I can, get an attack stance of the character swinging with that weapon. It's going to be a lot of work to make with ChatGPT. I am considering looking at other image models. I think there was this nano banana thing, or whatever it is, which a few people have suggested, so I might look at getting into that. But yeah, we are still on track for getting the game out by the end of January. I'm really hoping I can get this out. Looking forward to getting it out as well. I think it would just be good to get that out of the first project. Honestly speaking, I'm not expecting much from it. I haven't gotten really any feedback from the game because I set things up a little weirdly. But I think really the plan is just to get the game out by the end of January. And if people like it, then that's great. But obviously, I'd be really curious to see the feedback that I get from that. But that's pretty much the update so far. Next week, we're going to be pretty much trying to get, ideally, the rest of the story images done by the end of the week. That's the first thing. Second thing is I want to make sure that all the kingdom stuff in terms of all the locations and just the kingdom itself, that's all working, so that I can just hone in on making sure the combat scenes are working. And then other than that, over the next few weeks, I'll just be basically polishing everything up and playtesting it to oblivion until hopefully I should be in a position where I can re-update and release the demo for the game, and obviously the full game, which will be planned for the end of this year, or the end of this month, January. So hopefully you've been interested in this and following along. Again, at the time of recording, I do have a demo out, but the link to play the game and the link to play the demo is currently out. However, it will only be updated, obviously, more so the end of January. But yeah, if you're looking forward to that, that'd be cool. But I'll keep you in the loop and I'll keep you updated for next week.